With Ben Boris. Boris Johnson, of course, is reportedly travelling back from his holiday in the Bahamas to launch his leadership bid following Liz Truss's resignation. Jacob Rees-Mogg has tweeted the slogan, "Boris or bust." One potential fly in the ointment, however, is Boris Johnson's own seat. It's a marginal that he won by, it says here, 7,000 votes. I think it may have been slightly fewer than that. But the person who definitely knows, because she is an absolute expert on Uxbridge, is our London reporter, Alice Porter. Now, you've done the number. Is it a 7,000 majority or 5,000?
It was just over 7,000 in the last election, and then in 2017 it was just over 5,000. So not a particularly large majority, and then it will be fascinating to see what will happen here in the next election. But in terms of how people are feeling on the street, I think perhaps the expression "absence makes the heart grow fonder" is something that's come to mind, because I've been here so many times over the last few months getting people's reaction to Partygate and various shenanigans going on at Westminster that Boris Johnson was involved in. And a lot of people at the time were very, very frustrated with him. But now I feel like the tide has very much turned and people are very, very positive about him. I've had lots and lots of people coming up to me and saying, we've got to get Boris back. And maybe the last 6 weeks or so that we've had with a different Prime Minister, maybe that's been enough to make people perhaps garner support, I guess, for the old Prime Minister from people in his constituency, because he does have a mandate, and that's going to be really, I think, crucial in this next week ahead. And we've now, since we last spoke, we've now got 30 MPs that are backing him. We've had Ben Wallace saying he's leaning towards Boris Johnson, but perhaps not the most ringing endorsement, but still an endorsement nonetheless. So you've got a lot of support behind him from people, partly because he will be the only person who has been voted on by the public. And that's what a lot of people who've been coming up to me, they're saying, we voted for him and felt that he was very much stabbed in the back this summer. And that was something that many people said to me when I was out and about this morning speaking to people about whether they think Boris Johnson should make a comeback.
He was quite strong. He was good. I think he was good. He got us through quite a lot. And then they seemed to kick him out, and we thought it was terrible.
Yeah, I think he should bring back Boris, because people stabbed him in the back, and you can't trust Rigi to be the Prime Minister.
Undecided at the moment, because he made quite a mess of it the last time, and that was the reason he went, obviously.
Well, I think we haven't got much of a choice. We haven't got a lot of people we can choose from, and at least he did try and aim for the common people. And at the moment, I think the working class common people need somebody that's going to be trying to do something for them. And although people had a go at him for other things, I think he did try his best in the circumstances that we had.
No, definitely no Bojo. Rishi Sunak, that's our favourite choice. Let's see. He will make it as a new PM. Let's see.
And why Rishi over Boris?
Well, obviously we have seen the Bojo's this for a few years. Obviously, he hasn't done a great job. Now the Rishi Sunak is upcoming one. He has worked as a chancellor and he has done a great job. So hopefully, he will make it as a new PM.
Some people in Uxbridge speaking to me earlier. So, as I was saying, Boris Johnson will be the only person who has a mandate. But on the other hand, he's also been investigated about whether he misled Parliament. And that's really going to come to the forefront next month, when the Privileges Committee will be looking more closely about whether he misled Parliament. Now, that could result in him being suspended, and there could be a by-election in this very seat. So he's not necessarily the safest choice for a lot of people, but he certainly is a popular one with many people in his constituency.